Rolling with Nat 20. I'm Nat 20, and today we're playing Super Caesar's Palace, which is a casino game for the SNES that I think still holds up today. I mean, it's a little slow and a little clunky, but it's got all the games that you'd want at a casino, and they work well in my opinion. Granted, I haven't played all of them, but the ones I care about, like blackjack, slots, and craps. The only game that I'd actually play at a casino. I just love craps too much. This is a $5 minimum table with a maximum of 500. We have our bankroll of a little over 2,000 because I played a little bit just to test it out. And we're going to play us some craps. Start off with our $5 pass line bet. And we'll see what ends up happening. We'll probably end up doing variations of different strategies to try to win money. We got a 4. Alright, cool. So we're going to start off. Looks like this table only has double odds. We're going to start off being a little conservative with like a 3-point molly method. Got the 6. Alright. And we'll go for another one. Ooh, 12 loses our come bet. Go for another. And the 10. And so at this point, with 3 points established, we're just going to hold and roll. But I think that's kind of boring, so we'll put 5 on the field to cover some other numbers. Oh, 7 out, 7 out. And that loses everything we have on the board. Alright, well, let's try a different strategy that is a little risky, but it's a way of hedging your bets and gives insurance later. But I want a 25 chip. I want another 5 chip. Then I should have 35 on the don't pass. Now the don't pass pushes on 12, loses on 11 and 7, wins on a 1, 2, or 11, or wins on a 2 or 3, and puts a point against the point. Essentially, you're looking for a 7. Craps is a difficult game to explain. But once you get it, it's pretty fun. A 4. Alright, so we got money on the 4. I actually could have put a little bit on the the 11, in order to hedge my bet a little bit in case I got the 11 and lost. But that's alright. So now that we have that, we will put out here money all over the field. But before we're done, oh no, wrong button, crap. Well, 7 out, 7 out, doesn't matter. We lose the money we just put out, but we win that 35 because we got a 7 before the 4. We also win our come bet, so we ultimately end up from that. But we're down 20 from what we started with. Try this again. And we will put 3 on the to hedge our bet in case we get an 11. Just in case. We got a 5, so we lose those 3. That's alright. We didn't really care about those 3. And then we are on the 5 with our don't. Oops. We want to be 5 on the come line, so we can get a point established. In fact, actually, I messed that up a little bit because I also want to be on these numbers to make some money. Well, we got that, place odds. And before we pull this out, you always want to remember that when you're placing on the 8 or 6, to put out $6, because it won't pay out right otherwise. and you'll lose money because casinos don't pay in change when it comes to table games. And then I also do want another 5 on the come. So essentially the way this strategy works is you have your initial big bet on the don't pass. Once you get a point established, you put money out to try to actually play the game. Instead of the 7, we're now playing against the 5, because if a 7 comes up, we win this, which covers our bets out here, but doesn't really win us money. It just covers our losses. Where we really want to win is we want to be hitting 6, 8, 9, 10, or 4 before we hit the 5 or the 7. Ideally, we won't hit the 5 at all. That's because we're playing the don't pass. And 11. 11 gives us our comebacks. The come plays out like the pass line, which pays on a 7 or 11. Go again. 7 out. So, unfortunate, but we have our hedge, so we don't lose anything really. We're down like $4. That's alright. What the? There we go. We will do this strategy again. Having some trouble getting the controller to move left for me. Hope my controller's not broken. And 3 on yo. Go. What? Oh, I guess I'm the shooter this time. I've never played the craps game and been the shooter, so I thought that it just assumed the dice were being shot by somebody and didn't really care. That's kind of funny. I didn't know that part of this. Alright, so no yo, that's fine. Our don't is on the 5. So, oop. So, we'll go and believe. I don't know why it's doing this. I'm just coloring up all my stuff, so I have to keep pulling it back down. There we go. Alright, am I everywhere where I want to be? Yep. Yep. Yeah! It's a silly mechanic. 6. So we get paid out 5 for our 6 there, which essentially pays for the odds bet that we want to put on it. We put another on the come. It's unfortunate the table in this game is only double odds. Most tables in real life are 3, 4, 5 odds. And the odds bet is the best bet that you can make in the casinos. The bet with the smallest house edge. Alright, 9. That pays 7 to our 5, which pays for this. Throw this down. We get $2 out of it, which isn't a lot, but we want to just continue onward. Snake eyes. So I lose that comeback. This strategy might also not work out as great at a table with 2 times odds. I never really considered that, because you really want to make money by having points up here and a lot of money on your odds. And if you can only have 2 times odds, you can't get a whole lot of money on the odds. So on the table with 2 times odds, you might be better just doing a lot more place bets and pressing when things win. We might try that next time we end up with an empty field. And there's the 5, so we lose that. Yeesh. Okay, so the strategy calls for... Interesting, this game won't let us even remove our odds. Alright, well, we remove the bets that we can. And we'll try our don't pass again after the System stops freaking out. Maybe the UI for the craps in this game isn't the greatest. Oh, this game came out in like 93 though. Alright, and then we want our 3 to hedge our bet. And go. Hoopla! 9. Also, with them not allowing me to pull down my odds bets on this table, it would make, that's good, it would make more sense to, I still paid out on my odds there, that's good. Usually it wouldn't, but I guess if they're forcing me to keep them on, they better. Lost my train of thought on that. Alright, so with the way that this table's working out, we'll set that out, and I think we'll believe the 10 and 4, you know, gamble a little. We're just going to roll it out. See what happens. 3, doesn't affect us. Go again. 6, pays that. And just go again. Could put more money out, but then you might lose more money. 8, I don't have any on the 8. 5, get money on my 5. And at this point, I've cleared out the 2 points I had. So I'm going to risk a little bit. And place numbers. A 10. Alright, cool. We had 10 on the 10, so we get paid out 18. Yeah. And I will regress. Come on. Oh no! I hit a wrong button and I walked away from the table. Oh crap. I'm near certain that that just takes my money away. It didn't. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. It gave me my bets back. Alrighty. Well, let's try out a different strategy with this table then. Let's go with a pass in a field. Loses on the field, establishes a point. We'll put odds on that point. We're on the 5. And we'll do the inside numbers, as well as a come bet and a field. It's kind of a mix between the inside and the iron cross. Sounds like the way to be right now. A 10. That wins on the field. And gives me the points on the 10, which I like. Go again. 7 out. So that pays on the come, but I lose everything else. Try it for a couple of goes. 4. Establishes a point, wins on the field. We'll do our 22 across. Stop being dicks, chips. And a comeback. Go. And we lose all that. That's what you don't want to see with this strategy, is losing before you really make any money. I'm the shooter. Alright, I lose my pass line on the craps, but I get it on the field. So, that's a wash. Interesting. I just noticed this field doesn't have, doesn't say double payouts for 12s or 10s, or 12s or 2s, which, I guess we'll find out if it really has it or not. But if it doesn't have even double payouts on the 2s or 12s, you really wouldn't want to be playing the field. Alright, 6. Loses the field, establishes the point. Plop. We're already on the 6 with the point, so we'll go in those. Other guys, come on. Why are you doing this to me? Stop coloring me up when I don't need it. There we go. Roll it out. And a 5. So we get 7 there. And the points on the 5, so we'll put odds on the 5. Wait a sec. I think I messed that up. Yeah, I thought that was the 6. And we got the 5 that we just put money on. So we get 5 from our initial bet, but the odds pay out interesting on this, because the odds pay out 3-2. Well, because it didn't like me standing still. The odds pay out 3-2, but I can only double the odds, so I'm losing $1 on that bet, unfortunately. Well, 50 cents, but what can you do? You can play a different table. 10 is the point. Plop that down. The odds on that pay 2-1, so if this hits, I'll win 15 off of my 10 bet. Because that initial bet will play 1-1, and then the odds pay 2-1. I get money there. And we're doing pretty alright right now. We're not winning a whole lot of money. Alright. Think we will roll it out at this point. As we lose, the only thing we would have won is the comeback if I'd made it. What does that put us at? We're down 60 off of this now. Blech. Blech. Alright, well. Oh. Stood too long. An 8 was thrown. Alright, let's walk real quick. Do 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 do. Alright, so we're gonna do this like I would do it at an actual craps table. Put 5 on the pass, 5 on the field, or how I do it without like any strategy other than my own gambling that sometimes gets lucky. Natural 7 right away, lose the field, pay the pass. Try it again. 7 again. Lose the field, pay the pass. And there's a 10. Win the field. Put odds on the pass. And honestly, because this only double odds, points are kinda silly. I didn't realize that when I started this up. After this roll, we might load up a different craps game. that everywhere I want to be. If I was playing for real, I'd definitely put... No. Definitely put at least 5 on the hard 4. Because I love the hard 4. I see it a lot. There's 8. Alright. So the way I do it is, with my method, is if the 8 hits, then I will step up its sister number. So the 8 hits, so the 6 goes up. If the 5 hits, the 9 goes up. If the 10 hits, the 4 goes up, etc., to a degree. Actually, I wonder if I could, since I only have 2 times odds on this table, I wonder if I could buy instead of place. Usually I don't, because I'm not a high enough roller for it to matter. There's a 9. And that pays out 7. I think I will play a different craps game here, because as much as this game is fun for me with nostalgia, it's not great. Oh, I forgot to... I don't like that it rolls for me. Especially because I was going to press that 5. Yeah. We're just going to angrily roll this 10 out and switch up craps games. And we would be winning money here. Oh, I didn't pull off my hard 4. We would be winning money here if I hadn't pulled off, but you know, that's gambling. Could also hit a 7, and we would have busted way earlier. Actually, I'm quite curious because it isn't rolling. 10, 19. If I just walk away, at an actual casino, you wouldn't be able to pull off your point. You'd be able to pull off your odds. And it gave me my money back when I walked away. So, interesting mechanics of this. But, let's close this up. Do a different thing. Alright, just need a sec to set this up. That's what? That didn't work out well. Better. Now, let's edit this scene a little bit to just be even a little bit better. Alrighty. Alright. Well, there'll be a couple of blinking things in the side over there, I suppose. How's it looking? Looking pretty alright. So, this one works out a lot better, a lot more like a table, and the interface of it is a lot more intuitive. This is just a free thing on the computer, a free website, wizardofodds.com/play/craps/version 2 or V2. Version 1's cool, but it's buggy. So we will go in and we'll start off with that don't pass strategy here. Let's see how it goes. 7 out, 7 out right away. That's what you don't want to see on this strategy. The risk with this strategy is that if you get a 7 on this roll, you lose $38. And that sucks. But sometimes that's what you got to do in order to hedge your bets and gamble. So we'll put down money on each of these, throw money on the come line, and 6. So you can see here we can put up to 5 times odds on this, much more like an actual casino. But I like to start and build my odds as I go. I don't want to put a lot of money on the table and then lose it. This 35 only covers so much and it goes away if we hit that 9. But if I hit a 7, all this goes away. So on a 9, I'd win 1-to-1 on my 35. And then what I'm trying to do is get 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10 a few times before hitting that 9. Or before hitting the 7 or the 9. Either one. I like to push the opposite, as I said before, so we'll push that up, and there's the 7. So we'll try again. Put 3 on the yo. Roll it out. And of course, alright, we're on the 8. Now, when you don't pass on the easier to get numbers, you might want to play a little less risky. Might being the operative word. And that's why. So we lose that 35 again real quick. And that's why we do the 3 on the 11, because if we hadn't, we would have just lost that 35, but that 3 gives us 45, so we actually win 10 on that. Which is better than losing 35. Now, granted, you're probably going to end up spending more than the 10 you win on making this bet, but that's your choice to make whether you want to hedge the bet or not. Alright, so we're on the 4. That is one portion of this I forgot. You want to try to also hedge your bet if you can with a hard way bet. So we'll move the 4 that we were placing on the place on the 4 down to the hard way to cover that, and continue rolling out and try not to get a 4. Let's see how it goes. Winning a little bit so far. The initial lay bet is essentially so that when you roll that number you can pay for your first odds bet. And you don't really win money until these start paying out a little bit. And I didn't go well there either. Try this strategy just a short bit longer and then switch it up. On the 9. Can't hedge our bets on the 9 at all, so on the 5. And there's the 9. Good. So we try this again. Now we're on the 8. Oh boy. And we progress the 9 because the 5 hit. 4. Now here's one thing. Because of the odds on the 4 and 10 and the risk reward factor, I typically just jump up to max odds on the 4 and 10. It is risky because then you have 20 on it, but you get 2 to 1. So that 15, if that 4 hits, will pay out 30 plus the 5. So it'll end up paying 35 for my bet of 20. And I like that. But then there's the risk of, if you roll the 7, there it goes. But the 7 paid out on our don't come, so we didn't lose that much. That being said, we're down about 100 from this strategy. So let's switch it up. I've seen a strategy that's very similar, but kind of the reverse of it. You have a pass line bet to start. Then after the point's established, then you do a don't come and hedge it. Good thing we hedged it. But it could still crap out just the same. I want to leave my winning bets up. I'll turn that on actually. Also, just want to change my layout of things real quick. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the video at all. I think it did. Alright, and hedge it. And roll. Yeah, well, good thing we hedged. Good thing we hedged. On the 6. Oh, I don't want that. So we will play it risky, try to get money. Somewhere along the way I made a bet that gave me change, so I messed up. Probably not paying attention while I'm talking. Oh well. And we 7 out right away. Happens. Even with this strategy, you don't want to see it right away. You want to make money. Alright, hedge our bet. That's absolutely what you don't want to see. I think this strategy is actually a little riskier because then when you're at this point, if you roll the 7, you lose that additional 5. Yeah. Alright, let's try this strategy one more time. Of course, we hit the yo twice without being on it, but that's alright. Okay, so this is an ideal position for this strategy because now we have a pass line bet, and if 7 hits, we just get that. Anything else is gravy. 6 hits. So we will, with it just being on the 8, I think we're going to try to play a little conservatively, just a little, see what happens. 4, press the 10, 4, press the 4, and get my 35 back there. So I think I ended up breaking even just about, because after pressing I would essentially lost the money I had on these without making any money off of it, and I would have gotten like 8 off of what I had on those. Let us change up to a different strategy. We're down in the hole a bit. Let's try to just worm our way up with small bets. Now, there's no way of telling if this is going to work out for us. Small, safe, quote-unquote, safe bets. So we'll see what happens. 5 hits. I like to press the opposite because that's just my style. 9 hits, press the opposite. 8 hits, don't have an opposite. Oh, actually I do. Press the opposite. And we get our 6 points. Okay, it's doing decent right now. Let's try for more. 6 again. Place odds. And if we want to play conservatively at this point, we regress these down and see what happens. 9, back to 10, 5 up. If we hadn't regressed them down, we would have won more, but that would have been riskier. Alright, so from that we're up 15. Or 25, because we were 8-15. So try this again. 7, 9, boom, 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 boom. Roll it out. And 7 out right away. So we lost the winnings from our previous round that time. We'll try it again. 9. Alright, so that pays 7. We use 5 of our winnings to up the 2, so we're holding on to 2. 8 and 7, holding on to 2 more, so that's 4. And the 6 pays out 17, and we're on new point. So that round paid for itself. Paid the risk. Now again, like I said, I am just the type of person who really likes to do the full odds on the 4 and 10. It's gambling, it's risky, it's gonna happen. Up R8. Current bet 8. What? Current bet should be 12. Go. 10. See, there's the 10. We're not on it. 6. Alright. Let's up the 6 with that. Go. There's the 8. Darn. We'll up the 6 with that. Go. And 7 out. And that puts us back to essentially where we're at. We lost $2, but in an actual casino, this would have been like 20. No, that wouldn't have been 20 minutes. All three shooters, maybe 20 minutes. I might have spent $3 on drinks by that point. Alright. Try it out again. We're on the 8. Go. And we get the 8. Go. On the 9. And I'll progress up that 6 because we hit the 8 last time. And we hit the 9. That's good. Roll on the 6. So we'll pull this down. But it was at 2 units. So I'll push this. Ooh. Come on. Push this guy up 2 units. That up. And we hit the 9. So that up. Go. And we got the 6. 12 craps. Double 12 craps. 4. We'll go easy on the 6. And gamble on that 4 middle numbers. So got 14 there. Put 5 of it on the 5. 6 of that on the 6. Yeah. 21. Put 5 more on the 9. And we crap out. Well, from here, we're up 7. So let's try it. Let's try it a little more legitimately, because if I hadn't betting so big on that 4, I would be up 37. But I bet big on the 4 and lost both times. 8. Point on the 6 and 8 is where you like to see it. But 7 out right away is not what you want to see. So, at this point, we'd be down 200. And if I was playing an actual casino, that's probably all I brought. Because I'm a broke joke. But this is just random casino fun. So let's dig around with it a bit more. So a strategy that I played around with a lot in this, that I had success with, I'm going to employ that. That is, have on the field when you pass line, but this is straight gambling at this point. Move that up to the come, and we'll put money on, everything. We're going to go all out. We're go all out. The way I like to pretend is, like, once I've used my bankroll, it's easy for me to just be like, all right, well, then I left the casino, and then 2 months later I come back to the casino, and here I am with a new bankroll. 2 months, probably take me a year. Get up enough of disposable income that I feel comfortable throwing at a casino. All right, on the 8. I'll put double odds on that. And I shouldn't. Risk on the 8. Put double odds on it for now. Put some on the 5 and 9. And on the come. 5 pays out. Another come. 4. Let's put a little on the 6 and hold. 9 pays. Cool. Let's put some money on the 9 and the come, and 7's gone. Alright. Double odds. Middle. Come bet. That's all I get. Alright, passing field. Get it on both. Can't keep 7 and out. You can. You can't keep doing it. You gotta believe at some point it's not gonna happen. And that's gambling. I would like to hit any one of these points. There we go. Try to make some money off of all this. So now we're on all the numbers. This isn't a great strategy. This is just literally just keep throwing down money on the come. And on a 7, things go quite poorly for us. But that is sometimes the way it goes. Luckily right now we have 105 on the table and we're winning quite a bit every time we hit a number. Back with those winnings, I'd like to head to press the 5 and the 7 a little bit. Those winnings, press those a little bit. Press the 9. Press both of these to its max. And you 7 out. Ah, well. Won a little bit off of that. We had a lot on the table. If it had kept going, we could have won some money, but that is always the risk. Alright, on the 10. So I'm going to slow roll it right now. I'm just going to put a calm down, see what happens. On the 4. No, that's the wrong place for that bet. I was like, why is it letting me put something? And the 4 hits. Throw another come down. And on the 5. And now I've stopped employing strategies and I'm just gambling. Because gambling can be fun. So, I am starting to get worried. I think I would put at this point $20 on the don't come. And of course that's when we 7, so I don't win that. Damn. I was nervous, too late. That's when I start hitting wrong buttons and I meant to be on the field. Meant to be on the field there too, so it all works out. Meant to be on the field and it would have won. Meant to be in the field and it would have lost. Alright. I'm just going to put a little bit of money on the 6 and 8 and a come bet. 44 on the table, 6 and 8 pay out at 14 each. The 5 pays out 14 for that. And wait, no, it's 15 for that, and then that's pay out 20. So I would need to hit a couple numbers to break even. In case it 7s. There's a 7. Lost $30. Take my field win to place my bet there. Yep. We're gonna slow roll it for right now until we feel a bit more confident about what's going on. Alright, so I'm going to hold there. Am I? I think I want to get on the don't come. Of course, I get that 11. And that is when you want to hit the 7 for that don't come on the pass line. Hooray! Alright, pass line bet. 9. Pull the 9. Down here. And we'll ride everything for $1. Yeah, we'll ride everything for $1. And throw 1 on the come. And another on the come. On the come. So we got a little bit of money out. Come again. No. Put 20 on that. And roll it out. Roll it out. Roll it out. We did it. You gotta know when to hold 'em and when to fold 'em. On the 9. Do. Could be on that 6, but I'll get on it there. Couple 11s, and we're on the 8. Hot shooter. So at this point we want to just stay on the come and press our opposite bets. I don't care if it pays out and change. Dang. Alrighty. Reset this to go back to an empty bankroll because I've lost track of what strategies have employed what. We're just gonna rock this. Oh, I do still want to have my leave working bets up on. So, pretending this is a new trip to the casino, let's pretend we bought $300. We're playing $5 minimum table. We'll see how things go. So it won't let it go below more than like $5-10, then not 9,700. And we'll start off slow, which is good because it would have been bad to have a lot out there. I'll put 10 on that. Not great. Lost those odds. Alright, 4. Put 5 back here. We'll start out slow. 7 again. Keep doing the pass line. Get some field out here. Build up to something. Maybe. 1 or 9. Craps 2 pays double. And now we're on some numbers. I play the 6. Come. Continue on. And of course, 7's out the second I get real. These are the things that happen to me. Alright, so how things have been going. I'm gonna try out this strategy for this next go. Alright. A little worried about being on that 6 with the don't. But what can you do? We'll progress and hopefully make it to where we can actually bet some money on this and maybe win some stuff. Alright, was that enough? Not great. On the 10, I like that better. We're more likely to get this don't pass on the 10 than we are on the 6 or 8. Fake money or real? You've only done slots on tablet. Fake money. I can't afford to do any real digital gambling. Also, I don't think I would trust digital craps. I like the shoot to win series bobble crap games, but only because they have physical dice that you can see rolling. If they didn't have that physical aspect, I would not be into it. Alright. We are going to try to roll this. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're covered if we hit a 7. What we don't want to see is the 10. There's a 9. Get that up there. And we saw the 10. Great. So, the proper strategy is to try it again with all of this stuff off. And go. At least we got the crap, so we doubled that, so win some, lose some. And then there's the 7, so win some, lose some. Try this strategy again, but if it 7's out right away, switching it up on a 5. Alrighty. Go. And that 7'd out right away, but oh well. It's a little different than this 7'ing out. This 7'ing out on this roll, this is the scary roll in this strategy. You got 38 on the table. These 3 are just covering if the 11 shows up, so that instead of it being a 35 loss, it becomes a $10 win. So that is the $3 and 11 will win me 10. It's not a great bet, but it covers you on the 11, which is one of the ways you can lose this. Alright, the 4. Now, we want to place all this to get some money. Put a come out. And I've been forgetting to do this a little bit because a lot of the numbers that we were getting were the 5 and the 9. But if you get any of the even numbers, you should also hedge your bet with a hard way. So there's only 3 ways to roll the 4. 1, 3, 3, 1, and 2, 2. With that 5 on the 2, 2, if that's the way we roll the 4 and we lose our 35, we actually get 35 there. So it's a $5 insurance coverage on one of the possible ways of hitting the 4. And it's a good thing we did it because we hit the 4 that way. So, we're not winning money with this strategy yet, but we're not really losing yet. So let's keep trying it for now. I like that. That's something you do want to see when you're doing this. When you're on that don't pass, you want to see the 1s and 3, or the 2s and 3s, because that just doubles the 35 you have out there. It's good. It's not really where you make your money in this, but it helps. Same way as like you're getting your pass line on a 7 is not how you make your money playing craps, but it helps. And it helps a lot when a 7 comes immediately after and blows it out, so at least I'm not too screwed. Now the 12 pushes. This didn't go away, it just pushed it back. It didn't lose, but it didn't win. we're on the 6. Now I could pull off for the 5 that I have on For the Hard Way, but I like For the Hard Way. I'd probably pull it off if it was any of the other numbers, but I like For the Hard Way. We're on the 6. I want to have money out there to try to make money, but I'm worried about things going poorly. But, you know, that's gambling. I think if it was a real money, I'd be too worried about things going poorly on this roll. Or on this series of rolls. Okay. That's when you want to see the 11. And there's our 6, but we got it the hard way, so we were covered. Because we were covered, we're going to keep going. But I'm going to stop doing this strategy if we lose another 35, or if we if we lose another 35, I'm going to change up the strategy. On the 8. Alright, well, we're going to put some hedge on the 4-8, or on the hard 8. Put some money on that 6 so that we have, and the 9 so we have some payouts. 7 to be bad, but oh well. Wouldn't be the worst. Alright, 11. And there's the 8. So, at this point, with how things are going, I think I might just choose to believe in the shooter right now. Just believe in the shooter. Try to make some, and then there, of course, there's the 7 right after you start believing. So, down 150. The strategy's not working out super great for us. Let us change it up. All right. We're going to ride double odds on the 8, the 5, the 9, and a comeback. And a comeback. The odds on the 5 and 9 might be what I'm forgetting to do change on, because they have to be even numbers. There's that 8. Throw on the field. Roll it out. Alright, roll it out. 8. Believe in the 8 a little bit. 9 come. We hit the 9. Press out a little bit. Good. Okay, so now we're at some risk. We got 85 on the table and a 7 wipes it all. A little bit risky, but we hit the 8, and that's good. 12's not good. Hitting the 8 again's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, now we can have money on all the numbers. So sevens are scary, but if we don't hit a 7, then we win a lot of money. A little bit risky. And there's the 7. But we didn't lose too much money. We won enough that we're still in the minus 175 area since we switched strategies. On the 6, hit the 6, and a 7. Ah, well, that lost us some money. On the 9, off the field, pull up to the 5. Let's do the outside numbers. Outside numbers. We hit that 9. Field it. Got the 12 on the field. That's good. Alrighty. Hitting that 5 again. And 7 out, 7 out. But we went up a little bit from that round. I'm feeling right now the don't pass. And I shouldn't have been. But I'm not one to quit. We are going to try to sprawl this, to make this happen. Hopefully. Now there's another way of employing this strategy, which I might try if this loses out. And I lost out pretty quick. Okay. So the other way to employ this strategy is to not play the come line. And that way, whenever you feel like your luck's been getting too good, you can clear everything out. I don't want 1 on there, I want 5 on there. I want 5 on it. And then that happens. And then you're not on the come line to get that extra 5. So, we'll try again. Roll it out. Hard 4. And looking to hit any numbers. Got the 6. We'll bump up that 8 because I like to do the sister number. 5. Bump up that 9. 5 again. Bump up that 9. 10. Bump up the 5 and the 10. What? Maybe the odds on this are wrong, or I'm not getting the odds right, but 5 on the 10 should be okay. I see. Because the outside numbers, it is better to buy than to place. It's not even giving me the option to place, just buy, which it is better once you get like past 25 bucks or something like that. I forget what the actual number is, but at the low rolling I'm doing, buying doesn't really make sense. So well, whatever. Doesn't matter. This game will do change. 8. Bump that 6. 9. Bump that 5. 8. So something that you could do is you could put odds on your don't pass. However, the odds work out essentially in the opposite way that the odds work out in this, because the bet is in the opposite favor. So on this $35 bet, I could place, what is it? I could put $70 down in order to make another 35 if that 7 hits before the 4. So I could do this. But I could go I could go up to 270 because you can do 3 times, but that's risky. Especially then you hit the 4 and you're no longer covered for that extra. I was doing well before I showed that off. If I hadn't shown that off, I would be up, how much did I put down? 70? I wouldn't be up, but let's zero it out and see how well we do. And it is 6:30. It's later than I thought I'd be going. My girlfriend is supposed to be home by now. I'll probably end here in a second, call and find out what's going on with her. Yo! Lose my yo, but push my don't. Yo! On the 10. Alright, and we're going to go for this. I want to leave winning bets up. Up the sister. I don't want it. So, that one's 7. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter because throwing that down on the buy is giving me $9.75, I think it was, and it's supposed to just give me 9, so it's giving me 75 cents, which doesn't matter because on an actual craps table that one, that 75 cents would go away anyway. The difference between that is if I wanted to increase my bet, I guess it would make a difference, so that's why it's doing it that way. Okay, 4 on the 10, so since I'm on it, oh yeah, I don't want to hedge my bet on that. Since I'm on it, and I can't do the 10, I'll press the 4. 8. Come on. Come on, interface. Press the 6. And we hit that 10. And it was sad. We're on the 6. And we'll regress all these back down to 1 unit. And try again. Nine. Ups 5. 5 ups 9. 8 ups self. And 6 is bad. And I was supposed to hedge it, and I forgot, so I'm getting a little distracted. I want to change things up and do one thing. We're going to go pretend that we're at the lowest rolling table that I've seen, which is the shoot to win bobble craps. And I've seen them as low as $2 minimums on the pass line. You can even go as low as like $1 anywhere else, and they will pay out change because it is a machine. So we're going to pretend that we're doing that. So at $2, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places up here. We'll need to cover 5 of them with money, so that's $10 plus the likelihood of us needing to hedge over here. So that's 12 we can think of. But we'll just do 10. We'll do 10 and hedge with 1 on the yo. And we can hedge with 2 on that, and we'll have 2 across the board. Go. 10 hits, up 4. 4 hits, up 10. 8 hits, up 8 because we can't up the 6. 4 hits, up 10. 8 hits, up 8. 9 hits, up 5. And there's our 7 where we lose all of that, but we get that back. And ultimately we ended up winning $4.30 off of that. So not a lot. That, you know, if you're going to be betting dollar bets, you're not going to win a lot. But you're not really going to lose a lot either. That 7 hurts, but we only lost $10. Roll. 3 craps. 11 push. 12 craps. 6. Up the 8. And there's our craps right away. I think I might be doing it slightly wrong, because with how well that first round went, I should have been up a little bit more, but not much. Alright, we're going to be on the 5. 2. Back up. Crash for a moment. And then we enter Inception. Alright, but yeah, with us winning 4, we keep the 2 out there. So we really, if we want to be making money consistently, want to not be upping it as much as I was at first. So 6 wins 233. Alright. Crap wins that. Crap wins that. On the 8. Just want to make sure I'm getting this strategy correct. And so we hit the 9. That gets 280. Put $1 on the 5. And we go. So we got our 10 for that. Lost $1 there. We mostly won from our craps wins. 9 there. $10 wins 340. Put 2 up on the 4. 9 gone. Got to rebet this on the 8. Move those 2 over here. Put 2 on there. None of them come. Go. 5 hits. Up the 9. hits. We'll up the 5. And 7. The way this is working out, we're winning on these crap rolls, but that's about it. I need to start at 3 on all of these, but then I needed to up this to 15. Let's risk it. Nah. Yeah, I need to up that to 15. If I want to do 3 on all of them. Put that on the wrong hardware. Okay, so then that wins 585. 2 on the 10, and then we 7 out, but because we're covered on all that, it's not that bad. And we 7 out right after I set it all up, but it's not that bad. Go. Alright, with our current look with this strategy, might just play points. Not have so much money at risk. And when that 7 hits, I'd actually be up. Especially because, yeah, that keeps happening. Ooh, I don't want 2 on it. Okay. So if I max odds everything out here, what does that end up costing me? 61, but I got 17 back here, so not really. Oh, and then it'll be another little bit there, but now I got everything on it with max odds at the cheapest that I can pay for max odds. So at this point, we're just trying to hit numbers. Oh, I forgot to do my comeback, and that's bad because that would have at least went over there. Alrighty. Try this again. And 3 craps. And 7 out. Loses all but 15 on the table. Pays out that 15. And puts me up 69. That's when you like to see the craps. It's not when you like to see the 7. Alright, so that's cool. I don't wager too much to start. Yeah, I don't want that 7. So we'll play the way that we try to use these to pay for our initial bets. Now, what we're really trying to get is just any of these points we're establishing. That was 1 point. There's another. We're doing good on this run. We can't lose everything on any one roll, and we've already made the money that we put out on our initial run from this. There's another 8 to make more. Some snake eyes to lose a couple. Some 5 to make more. And we're on the 6 now, finally. So we got the most risk that we can have on that 7. We're going to be keeping all that out. Because it's not that big of a risk. And on this hot shooter, we're getting paid. And actually, with how well I'm doing at this point, I would do what I call sprawling. And I would throw a couple bucks on each of the hard ways. Since we're doing 2s, I'll do 2s for now. Oh crud, I forgot to do my comeback. Oh well. And we're up 172 from this. Oh, I can actually take that off, and we're up 187 from this. And that's from betting dollars at simulating a $1 minimum table, which are rare but exist. And you wouldn't want to employ this strategy unless you're a machine that pays out in change, because that's like a lot of what we're doing is getting our change. Roll on the 5. Roll. Alright. Because we're up and the odds bets are the best, we're essentially just trying to be able to get out odds bets. There's that 5. But we're actually doing well enough. We don't need to cover our bets right now. As much as we might regret it later. We're going to bank on this being a hot enough shooter to cover our wages. And so far, so good. And got 50 on the table. And we're like up 30 this round. You got more on the table now. Comes a little scarier for bad things to happen. We hit our points. Get that 6. And this would be another point where I consider sprawling, especially because we've seen several hard ways recently. And of course, that's when a 7 out is right when I sprawl. Oh well. So that run keeps us at 171. Anyway, we've been having some crashes. It's getting late, and I thought my girl would be home by now, and that I'd be done. And it's kind of done. Been an hour and a half of fake craps. Can only be so enticing if you're not winning real money. So catch you guys later. There's a possibility that when my girl gets home, we'll do a 1 hour, one live stream, but that depends on all how she feels. And if we don't, I'm for sure going to be doing some sort of stream tomorrow. I might be doing a stream tomorrow, regardless. We'll see. Bye. The Inception's getting me.